Oh, I most definitely look for the market to change the opposite of whatever he says. So it's whatever.
Ridiculous.
Look, to be
I was
honest,
going
with
to say though,
green
I was
carpet
shocked
over
when
here.
I mean, we heard Trump talking about banning TikTok. Now we're hearing like the government still talking about banning TikTok. And I was,
Mm.
do you think that's going to happen?
Dude, that one's tough because I've been watching and like actively looking for people that I look to who have good advice slash good perspectives on things on both sides, and I'm seeing people on both sides that I trust that I'm like, okay, this guy would be right or this girl would be right, and I'm hearing it literally split down the middle. Like some people are like, yo, this is really bad because government's bipartisan on this, and they literally all want TikTok to eat shit. He goes, that's literally never happened, and so that's very scary because that does not happen ever. And he was like, and the fact that they're just blatantly ignoring the fact that TikTok CEOs out here debunking everything they're saying in court live on TV. Then they set them up for sound bites and then lose the sound bites, go viral for the wrong reason. Yet it doesn't matter because in government, it's not dictated by social media. It's dictated by whoever's in charge or whatever lobbyists are being paid for stuff. So it's like people that I respect that I would think say, nah, we're good, are saying this may not be good. And that's scary because I don't know. It feels a little bit more serious this time than in the past time where people said TikTok might get banned. So I don't know, man. I don't think it'll matter because like Gary Vee says, the attention has to go somewhere. But dude, losing TikTok would really suck.
Listen, I think it's important to say something, right? I think that when you in wartime, different rules apply, right? What I mean is that it's all very good and well sitting here. There's no bombs flying over our heads. We thinking, oh, I really enjoy scrolling on my phone and watching aimless videos. However, if it was in the middle of wartime and the government came out to you and said that potential scrolling could, in effect, jeopardize the national security of the United States of America, you guys will be more than happy to say, look, let's get rid of this app if it legitimately does that. Now, their case for this, if true, is incredibly concerning for your own well-being. I'm not in America. I don't get my government can't even keep the lights on. They not even looking at TikTok. They don't even know like whether we're being tracked. No one cares about us. Right? I'm in South Africa. I'm in Africa. We're just trying to keep the lights on and not get shot on our way to work. That's pretty much what I got to do every day is make sure that no one in my family gets, God forbid, whatever. So all I'm saying is that if there is any merit to what the American government is concerned about, that this app is being used to garner information on American citizens that is going to be used against them in a cyber war, then there's no question, ban it. It's a stupid little app. If they try to control the minds and the hearts of the American people and whatever, then don't ban it. But that's my feeling on it as an outsider.
What you think, Crypto Dream?
I got two things for you. First of all, Philip, what do you think about like, was it Saudi Arabia taking Kenyan money?
I've got no idea. I haven't heard anything about that. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I've got no idea about that.
Yeah. Okay. But I also heard like, isn't it kind of interesting that like Facebook is having problems and like Google's big competition, of course, is TikTok. So is this something that they're trying to do and like get the politicians to ban TikTok so they have less competition?
That's what I think it is. That's what the general consensus seems to be on TikTok, at least. That's kind of because it's the same thing. They're like Instagram and Facebook are all doing your data. They're just trying to paint it.
But Facebook and Instagram are owned by American companies under American laws with what they can do with your data. Whereas TikTok is owned by the Chinese government, not just a Chinese company. The Chinese government, where America's got no control what they do over your data.
But they still buy our Facebook data is the thing. That's why people are like, it doesn't matter because they're still able to buy Facebook's data and Instagram's data. So it doesn't make a difference. Like
China.
That. Yeah, China and TikTok, like these companies out there, anyone can buy the data is the thing because Facebook's selling it. So it's like, yeah, it's not controlled by an American company. That's why they don't want it because they're like, we don't want China having this kind of data. But it's like, yeah, but they're still getting it.
Public knowledge that Facebook is selling their clients' data.
Hold Hold on. I saw Crypto Dream trying to say something. What's up?
Oh no, I walked into the other room, so
Oh.
picked up other noise.
I was gonna say no. They actively sell data to back and forth to each other. So it's one of those things that like they can still get the data from Facebook, but it's also the same thing. Like people are scrolling between TikTok and Instagram, and it's like the same shit. People are just all collecting data, and you can always buy other companies' data. That's how Facebook makes money. Is they're selling their data to advertisers.
I don't think if Mark Zuckerberg was on our spaces, which would be amazing, I don't think that he would say that he's selling your data. If people found that out, they would
What?
never be on Facebook again.
What do you mean?
He
How are
can't-
they making money?
I don't give him the permission to sell my data.
Bro, but that was
he
just
can
recently that they made that
monetize.
new-
No. Sorry, my understanding is that he can monetize our data, meaning he knows that Philip is interested in Web3, and he can then, if a Web3 company approaches him, deliver their advert to Philip. But he is not sending them my name, my number, my address, saying to them, here's a guy who's interested in Web3. He's not doing that. He, as a trusted company that's audited with my data, is saying, I will deliver this ad to someone who likes what you're selling. He's not giving my personal details to anyone. Am I
Except
wrong?
they've been leaked multiple times. No, you're right. And two things. You're right. I also I didn't misspeak, but I didn't quite hit the target on the head here. He doesn't sell the actual data, even though there's been leaks. So they basically did anyway. But he sells targeted advertising that's based on your personal data, which means they pretty much
no.
already
That's
know.
what I'm saying. So So he monetizes it. He makes money off the fact that he knows my demographic. I'm a 40-year-old male that lives in South Africa that's interested in X, Y, and Z. He can then deliver ads to me, the same as LinkedIn and so on and so forth. Right, fine. However, he's not giving my personal data to me. So he can't, a Chinese guy can't buy the fact that I'm Philip Kalenko living at this address, this. He can't. He can't sell that. He can't buy that. Whereas the Chinese data that they're holding is personal information. They can see that 90% of people aged between 20 years old and 30 years old who live in Los Angeles are interested in X, Y, Z. Great. If we want to attack them, let's launch something that's, do you know what I mean? They literally have your data.
I do understand what you're saying. But I don't input all that information to TikTok. I don't put as much information as I put into Facebook. Like TikTok, I don't think knows my birthday. Like there's certain things that I didn't fill out that I only filled out like a username and an email. Like I don't think I put in all that information, which is why there's some pushback because Facebook does know all that information.
I
don't remember. When I started TikTok account, what I'm pretty sure, because I've started a few, is I input the username, the email, and the password. And I think everything else is optional.
Kate, you've given them permission to your camera, my brother. So in effect, if the Chinese government wanted to, it's
public.
Hey, no, your camera. No, your camera that's on your desk now. You've allowed the app to use that. If they wanted to weaponize it, they could log in and live now use your camera. So if they then logged in and live use 50 million people's cameras, they can see exactly what's going on in the whole of America in real time. Do you understand? Or microphone access. They could spy on anyone anywhere who has used their app. And if, and so many people are using it, that if they have nefarious intentions, the Chinese government, if they have bad intentions with this ability that you've given them, they could use it as a weapon. And that's what's scaring America.
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that side. However, also to add to that point, I'm trying to think because Facebook added this new thing this year where you could decide whether or not you wanted to like have your stuff being sold off like for your targeted advertising. I don't remember if that when I signed up for TikTok, if there was an option to not have that be a thing. And also, I guess we don't know if we can trust it too because it's China.
Yeah, look, I don't mind big companies monetizing my data. If I willingly give my interests to a news app, let's just say any news app, and I want them to deliver content that is technology related, because that's what I've said I'm interested in, I expect to get technology related adverts. I expect that because I've told them my interest, and that's what I'm interested in. I don't mind that. What scares me and would be a problem is if they gave my personal data, or if a company that was registered in another country had bad intentions and wanted to use my camera, my microphone, and things for whatever they want. The counter argument to that is that apparently they say Alexa does that anyway, spies on all of us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
bro.
the question.
I don't.
It's like, the question is like, do we trust American government as much as we like? They're saying like, we don't want China to do it, but it's okay if we kind of have that access too.
Look, if you're American, you'd rather have the American government spying on you. They don't really care what Cade and Philip are doing right now. If you're American, you'd rather have the American government spying on you. I think even if you were Chinese, you'd rather have the American government spying on you.
I think you're actually really no. I think you're really spot on there. However, the narrative has changed a lot. TikTok CEO went from 10,000 followers to 3 million in weeks. Not even weeks, like days, I think it is. And right now, people like TikTok CEO's answers a lot more than the U.S. government's opinion on stuff because A, they're old as fuck. TikTok CEO is like a 40-year-old dude who gets social media, and the way he's lining things up is that, hey, we're not actually doing anything nefarious. So whether or not they are or not, the public sentiment is we would rather TikTok have it than Instagram, even though China owns it. So the best thing to do, hopefully we can come to some kind of conclusion, is maybe US gets a little bit of like market share into TikTok and can have some ownership, which I don't think will happen. But it seems like people would rather put their faith in the TikTok CEO because of his performance against the US government in court, even though it's China, because the TikTok CEO is someone that people deem trustworthy because he's pitted up against all these old white guys who don't understand TikTok or social media because of how embarrassing the court's been. The sound bites are crazy, Philip, like 5-6 million views or 5-6 million likes on videos, 25 million views on sound bites of the US government getting fucking punked by the TikTok CEO who's Chinese.
That's on TikTok. Those videos are on TikTok. It's like walking into a red state and asking them what they think. No, I think public sentiment is, everyone's talking about the Matrix, and I don't want to be that guy, right? I really don't. I'm not interested. Like everyone's talking about this being the Matrix, but the average person, it just doesn't want to not be able to look at TikTok. They're not understanding what's going on there, and it is to some degree the government's responsibility to look after their citizens. And I think what John is saying here is completely hitting the nail on the head. It's all about getting the most data to weaponize AI. All the data points that we're feeding all the apps are being used as AI. So I saw a thing, I can't remember where I saw it because I like giving sources, where that stupid thing where we have to choose which 4 pictures are a bus. And like always 6 of them are a bus in order to get in. And it's a little bit of a bus. And then you have, apparently that's all just to get how people think, to feed their AI, to teach their AI how people think. And the more people that do it, the more accurately they can predict our next view, the way we view things and where we view things on a page. So we are like the little machines feeding the big AI machine. And that's what they're saying here, is that TikTok is the biggest form of that, is getting to see what the average person is influenced in, how long they watch this, what catches their attention, all of it that's now being built into a equation that creates an AI that is better than Americans' AI. And maybe John is right. Maybe China's got no wish to spy on us with their videos and their cameras. All they want is to build a cleverer AI than what America has. And America might know that and not want that. So America could even have bad intentions and selfish intentions in wanting to change it because they want to be the first to the AI war. Just like we saw that race to 3G and 4G and all the rest of it. So there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. And the fact that 5 million people who love TikTok are upset about it is irrelevant. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it would be really interesting to know exactly what's going on here, exactly what China's intentions are, exactly what America's intentions are, and we'll never really know that. But it is interesting. It's really interesting to discuss and to try and,
yeah. I was gonna say your camera keeps cutting in and out, and it might be your battery might be dying potentially.
Might be. Don't know. Maybe that's a message, Kate. I mean, we're going 2 hours now. I'm sick as a dog. I've taken so much medicine today. I'm happy to end it. Yeah,
Great
thank you
combo,
to
though.
everybody. Crypto Dream, thanks for your input. Thank you for organizing my Pez dispenser. Everyone, thank you for watching. We will join you here next week, same time, same place. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, that was a half an hour rant that I loved. Thank you, Crypto Dream, for spurring that on. We'll see you all here next week,
Yeah.
same time, same place. Keep well, keep kind, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.
Peace. Smash